Almost saying goodbye to you, but there's still one more crossing we need to do. ANC Eastern Cape chairperson Oscar Mabuyane is set to be sworn in as a member of the Provincial Legislature, or MPL, today. This comes amid speculation of an imminent cabinet reshuffle. There is speculation that Mabuyane could take over the reins as premier even before the State of the Province address, or SOPA, that's scheduled for Friday. The SABC understands that he is not the only one expected to be sworn in as the member of the Provincial Legislature today. But for more, let's once again cross over to Unathi Binqose, who is following the story for us. Unathi, good morning to you. Let's just get that final report from you.
Leanne, a very good morning to you and a warm welcome to all our SABC News viewers. We are coming to you now live from the Eastern Cape Legislature, and you came just almost in the nick of time. You missed Mr. Mabuyane by just seconds. We saw him walking past us into the Chief Whip's office just before he proceeds over to the Speaker's office, where the swearing-in is set to take place. The one person we haven't seen just yet is Mr. Mlungisi, his deputy, another man who is set to be sworn in as the member of the legislature today. It is happening. It is not a hoax. It's not fake news. It is indeed happening, and the two men will definitely be sworn in as members of the legislature today, putting them in line and eligible to be put into the executive should there be a reshuffle, which of course has been confirmed by the ANC Secretary General in the province, and of course be a possible recall for the Premier. They are in line to take over those positions whenever they become vacant. But to speak more about what will be happening today, we are now joined by the Chief Whip of the ANC in the legislature, Mr. Mzoleli Mkaka. Say a very good morning to you. Can you please take us through the process of what is set to happen here today?
Good morning, sir. Today is the swearing in of two members from the Provincial Executive Committee of the African National Congress in the province. The chairperson and his deputy chairperson. Chairperson, Comrade Mabuyane, and Comrade Voko are the two leaders that are going to be sworn in today. The process is, they are in my office now. I'll take them to the Speaker's office, where this short ceremony will take place. It will be myself, Chief Whip, the Secretary of the Legislature, and other top officials of the Legislature. I will introduce them to the Speaker. That's a marriage between them and the Legislature. I'll introduce them to the Speaker, and then the Speaker will swear them in as members of the legislature for the first time in their lives. Thereafter, we will allow comments, starting from myself and the Speaker, and then celebration. That's a short ceremony.
Indeed it is. Tell me, will there possibly be an introduction of them to the other members of the House?
On Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, we're having a caucus of all the members of the African National Congress. Firstly, they will be introduced to that caucus, because it's their caucus of the organization. Then thereafter, before SOPA on Friday, they will be introduced to all members of the legislature, inclusive of the opposition parties, before we go for the SOPA. That's the process that we're going to follow.
A reshuffle has been confirmed by the ANC at Talata House. Has that been communicated to you as the caucus, perhaps, and any indications of what departments they are looking at?
Not yet. I know that there's a Provincial Executive Committee today of the ANC that will formally confirm whatever process that is going to unfold beyond this particular process. Provincial Secretary, of course, might have insight, and you might be privileged to have that insight. But formally to the office, it has not yet been confirmed, a question of reshuffling for now.
Wonderful. Sir, let us not take up much of your time. I understand that you've got a Big work on your hands. Let's leave it to it.
That's right.
Well, that was the chief whip of the ANC in the Eastern Cape Legislature, Mr. Mzwalile Mkhaga, and of course, like we said, the main man, Mr. Oscar Mabuyane, is already in the house. We understand that Mr. Mlungisi Mvoko is expected to drive in any moment from now. It's just a matter of minutes before the two men become members of the Eastern Cape Legislature, and we'll still be here to ensure that you get more details of that as it unfolds. With that, allow myself, Unathi Binqose, and of course, cameraman Bulelani Scott to wrap and link to an ad break, and Leanne will be waiting on the other side.
Yeah.